Okay, we in here. Y'all, please don't mind my background. I don't got time. Hey everybody, it's your girl Shay or whatever. I'm already getting off to a bad start. I'm just gonna jump right into the video. As y'all can see, I'm making a story time about when I went into labor and had my daughter. Was that a crazy day, y'all? Okay, so to give y'all a little background, I found out I was pregnant January of 2017. No, I'm lying. January 2018. So, boom. Me and my boyfriend, we in the bed. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning, going on like 12 in the afternoon. So, we laying in the bed, we just chilling. You know, we both work the mid shift at our jobs. I was still working at the time. We both work like, I think I would have to be to work at 3. No, he would have to be to work at 3 and I would have to be to work at 4. So we just chilling in the bed before we got to go to work. And like, as soon as I woke up, because this is right when I woke up at like 11, we both did. And as soon as I woke up, like, I was not feeling good. I felt really uncomfortable. And I'm feeling like I'm having Braxton Hicks, which I've had before, maybe 1 or 2 times before this happened. And they literally last like maybe 5-10 minutes and then just go away on their own. And I just, duke them out, No, I'm just playing. But yeah, so and it's crazy because like a day or 2 before this happened, because I was always like going crazy reading up on pregnancy symptoms and what to do, what is going on with me, what is the baby doing, how is the baby developing at this point at 29 weeks, stuff like that. So I had just read like 2 days prior to this that if you feel like you having Braxton Hicks or any type of contractions longer than 5 or 10 minutes, then you need to go to the hospital. But I've never had it longer than 5 or 10 minutes. So anyways, back to the story. Yes, I was having contractions and I felt like they was just Braxton Hicks. And my baby daddy, he just kept saying like, you look like this, you ain't never looked like this, like this look like it's really hurting you, or you really uncomfortable, you sure you don't want to go to the hospital, like you want to go check on this, you don't gotta go to work today, all this other stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm cool, I'm just gonna wait it out. Like, but they was killing me, y'all. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't talk, I couldn't move, I couldn't get out the bed, I couldn't do nothing. And I'm just waking up, so every time you got to wake up, especially when you're pregnant, the first thing you got to do is pee. So I really had to pee, but I couldn't even move, like I couldn't get up. So I wound up finally getting the strength to go get up and go to the bathroom. So I got to the bathroom and I saw blood when I used the bathroom, which could be normal in a pregnancy, but it's usually towards the first trimester. I'm in like 2nd going on 3rd trimester at this point. So I was a little worried, and I want to say this is when the contractions was going on for maybe 15-20 minutes at this time. But I was being crazy, y'all. I just still was like, we could wait. So when I saw the blood, like my mind just started boggling, like, oh my gosh, I was having a panic attack, because when I was pregnant, my daughter, she was a real active baby in my stomach. Like, she was always moving, always kicking. I mean, when I tell y'all, it took like 4 ultrasounds to find out what she was, because she moved so much and crossed her legs and jumping around and all this other stuff. So I know she's an active baby. And like, when I saw the blood, I immediately started thinking like, oh my gosh, I haven't felt her kick all morning. Like, so as soon as I got out the bathroom, I'm like, babe, come on, we got to go to the hospital. And I'm still thinking it's nothing. So I literally, when we get up and get ready to go to the hospital, I'm putting on my work clothes, because I'm thinking I'm finna go to work right after they send me home and tell me nothing going on. But at the same time, I was kind of scared that maybe I was miscarrying, because I know somebody that I follow on Instagram. She was also pregnant, and she wound up having a miscarriage, and she was kind of, talking about what she experienced in her miscarriage. And she was saying, I know the baby, you don't feel the baby move anymore, which I wasn't feeling. And she said it was a lot of blood, of course, and she said that it was really bad contractions. She said something like, I wouldn't wish those contractions on anybody. So I'm in this car panicking. My baby daddy, my boyfriend, he so worried about me, but like try to hurry up and get me to the hospital. At the same time, he carrying everything. And like, mind you, this is when I'm 29 weeks pregnant, so labor is the last thing on my mind. But he was kind of figuring it was labor, because he kept saying, let's go to this hospital because they got a good labor department. And I'm like, no, I want to go to this hospital because they get you out the emergency room faster. We just argued over which hospital to go to. But he like, okay, babe, you got it. Whatever one you want to go to, that's the one we're going to go to. So we went to the one I chose, which was the one with the faster emergency room. So that's where we went. And as soon as I walked in, they saw that little belly, and they took me straight to the back. And that other hospital he chose wouldn't have did that. But anyways, so they take me to the back. And on the ride there, y'all, when I tell y'all, every move, every bump, every turn, like, oh my gosh, that ride was killing me. When I tell y'all, that hospital maybe 5-6 minutes away from the house. That was the longest ride of my life. Like, everything was hurting me. Every stop, every go, every bump, every pothole, every turn. And my boyfriend, he hit every pothole. It's like he hit potholes intentionally or something. But anyways, back to the story. So they take me to the back, and they have a doctor come in and check me. Well, before they had the doctor come in and check me, they made me, take everything off and get on the hospital gown. And they had a bunch of people asking me like a million questions, like, do you feel this? What's going on? How long this been going on? Blase, blase. How far along are you? All this other stuff. And like, as soon as I laid down in the bed, like, when I tell you I couldn't breathe, I could barely talk, I couldn't even barely answer their questions. But like, as soon as I laid down in the bed, I had to throw up. And I'm like, I couldn't say it. I was just like, and y'all, I had my real hair out at the time. And like, I'm coming fresh out the bed. I'm in too much pain to do my hair. So y'all could just imagine what I looked like when I was in labor, because I wasn't planning on going into labor this soon, so I ain't have my little braids done, no hair, nothing. Anyway, y'all, I was just so embarrassed. Like, I couldn't look back at no pictures or nothing, because my head. Whew, Jesus. Okay, so anyways, when I was doing all that, my boyfriend, he realized what I was about to say. My man know me or whatever. So he was like, she gotta throw up. So he was trying to help them find something for me to throw up, and I threw up or whatever. And after I threw up, they gonna ask if that made me feel better. I'm just sick. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm goofy, but okay. So then the doctor come in, and she checks me down there or whatever, and she was like, ma'am, you're in active labor. When I tell y'all, me and my boyfriend looked at each other like, what? Huh? So yeah, that was what it was. She said, you in labor. So the hospital we wound up going to, I don't think they had a labor and delivery department. I think they was like a sister hospital to their big hospital. So they had to call an ambulance to come and take me to the hospital with the labor and delivery department. But before they tried to do that, they was asking me who my OBGYN I was going to for my prenatal care. And I told them who it was, and they couldn't find him. They couldn't get in contact with him. He was nowhere to be found. And I'm like, so they just sent me to the hospital anyways. So we in the ambulance. My boyfriend rode in the ambulance with me. He left the car at the hospital. Remember that. That's important now. Nah, I'm just talking shit. Y'all know that how people be doing in movies. Like when you watching a movie with somebody who's seen it before, and they be like, remember that part. That's important. Like that's gonna come up again. Ooh, I hate. That's telling the movie in my book. Anyway, okay. So we get to the hospital. They put me in the room and they put all the stuff on me, you know, to monitor the baby. A million people coming in, you know, shooting me up with anything they decide to shoot me up with. And so at this point, we literally was not even thinking because everything was happening so fast. But we finally remember, like, oh shoot, we gotta tell our family. So I told him call my mama and call my sisters, and of course call your family. So he called my mama, no answer. My sister, no answer. My daddy, no answer. Nobody answered the phone. Nobody. Girl, you know, of course, his mama, he told his mama what was going on. She like, what? Oh my gosh, I'm on the way. Oh my gosh. I just, you know, that lady is so overly excited about everything when it comes to her grandchildren and her children. So, and then I told him to just text my family. They'll see it when they see it. So, come to find out, my mama and my sisters was at Whitewaters. My mama and one of my sisters was at Whitewaters. And my other sister, she in the Army, so I guess she just couldn't be around her phone at the time. But I guess my mama eventually checked her phone and she realized what was going on. She made it there way before I actually had the baby. She made it in a decent time. The family coming in, somehow, some way, my cousins start finding out, my aunties finding out. Well, yeah. So me, I'm miserable. Like, the nurses, they kept coming in and basically saying, we're not trying to have you have this baby at 29 weeks. That's just not what we want. So at first, they tried to give me some medicine to keep her from coming so soon. Didn't work. So then they tried to give me some medicine to basically just help her lungs to help her be able to breathe when she comes, because obviously she gonna come when she wanna come. But the thing is, it was a 2-shot process, but the shots had to be given to me, I believe, either 10 or 12 hours apart from each other. So I want to say it's like 3-4 o'clock at the moment in the afternoon, and they gave me the first shot, and they like, we want to at least push this baby from coming until like in the middle of the night, early morning type. Like, we don't want her to come no later than like 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. So they give me the shot, but at the same time, they not wanting to believe I'm in active labor. They taking precaution, but they don't want it to happen at the same time. So my head lifting, gotta pull my Ray J. So at this point, it's just the waiting game, of course. I'm over here miserable while my family just over there talking, living their best lives, meeting my boyfriend family. Some of them never met him, like my cousins and my aunties, you know, stuff like that. Because this is before we was even able to have the baby shower, honey. This was early. So while I was in labor, I honestly didn't even know who came and who didn't, because I'm over there trying to force myself to just sleep it out. Because when I tell y'all, they say laughter the best medicine, but baby, sleep is the best medicine. You hear me? So I'm over there trying to sleep it out, and I'm not even paying attention to who coming in and out the room. I don't care. I don't care. The only thing I want to pay attention to is when y'all ready to give me this epidural, okay? So everybody just keep on coming and checking on me like, you okay, you need this, you need that. You know, of course, my man holding my hand the whole step of the way. And yeah, so I'm over here miserable, going through all this pain. And mind you, they didn't want to give me an epidural because they didn't want to believe I was in active labor. So they basically was saying like I couldn't get the epidural unless they know for a fact this baby is coming. Like, I don't know their logic, but they knew the baby was coming. I don't know their logic, but that's what they was telling us. So at this point, I want to say they finally gave me my epidural. I want to say it was like 7 going on 8. At this point, everybody pretty much left except my mom, my boyfriend's mom, and my boyfriend. So my mom was the only one in the room with me when they gave me the epidural. Y'all know them stories behind them epidurals. Y'all don't even got to tell y'all. I don't. But yeah, they gave me the epidural, and it worked for, I want to say, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm going to tell you why it only worked for that long. They gave me the epidural sometime between 7 and 8. I fell asleep after it kicked in. I was finally actually able to sleep. And as soon as I woke up, I want to say I slept for maybe another hour. I say I slept for like an hour. As soon as I woke up, a doctor came in. They come in every blue moon and come and check to see how dilated you were. The doctor come in and she basically say, you're fully dilated, because she really didn't know. She couldn't tell me how many centimeters. She just was basically like, you fully dilated, I guess, because I don't feel nothing. That's just what she was saying. I had real bad experience when it came to my nurses and doctors. I guess because it wasn't my OBGYN and they didn't know me like that, so they didn't really care about me. But yeah, so I want to say this is 9:30ish when that happens. So then I'm just drinking my water. I wasn't able to eat nothing. Yeah, I didn't eat nothing that whole day. I woke up and went straight to the hospital. I didn't eat anything at all that day. They wouldn't let me eat, and I couldn't have nothing but ice. So I don't know what I was doing in the meantime. I guess just talking to my mama and my boyfriend's mom or something. But okay, so this is what happened. My boyfriend's mom decided that she was ready to go. She was like, I'm gonna come back first thing in the morning. A lot of people were saying that they was leaving and saying I was gonna come back first thing in the morning because that's when they was expecting me to have a baby. So my boyfriend, he rode in the ambulance with me to the main hospital that we had to have the baby in, and he left our car at the other hospital. So when his mama left, he was like, well, can you drop me off at the other hospital so I can bring our car here? And so he left with his mom, and he was gone maybe 20-30 minutes. And my mom, she was about to leave too, but she was like, she didn't want me to be in the room by myself at no point, so she was gonna stay until my boyfriend got back, and then she would leave when he came. So at this point, everybody gone, and it's just me and my mama. Then as soon as my boyfriend walked back in the room, the nurses say they about to bring the doctor in to do the little dilation check. And my mama, she on the phone, I want to say with my dad, and she basically was saying like, they said they about to ask the doctor to come in and check her one more time, so I'm going to see what the doctor say, and after that, I'm going to come home. And the doctor and the doctor said, your water bag is crowning. And the head is like, the baby's head is like right at the cervix. Something like that. Like basically, she could feel my water bag, and my baby's head was She wasn't crowning, but it was close enough. So she basically was like, it's time to push. She said, you want to try pushing? I said, you really want to ask me that question? Open these legs up, let's go. So, y'all, I never knew how much strategy it was behind pushing a baby out. I thought you just push and scream like they do in the movies. So they telling me to push. My boyfriend, he just made it in time. Like I tell y'all, the doctor told me to start pushing maybe 3-4 minutes before he walked in the door. He would have missed it if he was 5 minutes later. He would have missed it. That's crazy to me. But anyways, so it's time to push. My mommy and my boyfriend is in the room. They're the only ones that stayed that late. So I'm pushing. The first push, my water bag break. And as soon as that happened, everybody like, stop pushing, don't try again, stop pushing. But when I tell y'all, that girl was gonna come when she was ready to come. Because I couldn't stop. Like, it's like I just felt her like going like this, just slowly inching out. Like I wasn't even pushing, she just was. And it got to the point, you know, you get so much pressure right there, you can't help but to push. Like your body reflex is just gonna make you push. So I kept pushing. Shit, what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do about it? But yeah, so I pushed her. I pushed one more time and she was just there. I mean, it literally took 2 pushes. One push, my water bag broke, and the second push, she was out. That was it. It was over. And like, because they kept telling me to stop pushing, and the second push she came out, everybody got dead silent and just looking at me like, and I was like, what happened? Cause like the room was dead silent. Cause when my baby first came out, she didn't cry. You know, she premature, so I don't even know if she was breathing. Like it was just dead silent. I didn't even know she was right there. Cause you know, of course, I'm covered up. Like my legs wide open, there's covers all over the place. I got this big ass gown on. So I'm just like, what happened? Why everybody looking at me like that? And they're like, she here now? The baby here. You had the baby. Everybody yelling different stuff like, she here. The baby here. You had the baby. She here now. Like, just yelling at me like they mad. Like, what you thought we were here for? Of course she coming. What y'all mad for? This was the plan, right? Anyway, so, and y'all, while I was pushing, like, I just couldn't help but to see my boyfriend in the corner of my eye. Like, he was just cringing, like, I just know that's a nasty sight. I wouldn't even want to ever see that. Maybe I see it when my baby do it, since my mama was definitely. But anyways, so like literally 10 seconds later, I mean 100 people swarm in, grab my baby. They grab her, start pumping her lungs and yelling directions at each other. Just people start coming to clean me up, and it was crazy. It was hectic, y'all. I couldn't even see her. Like, I literally couldn't see her. I couldn't hold her. I mean, I literally maybe got a half of a second worth of a glance at her. So, after all that happened, they finally let me eat. They gave me some bread, a piece of turkey, and a packet of mustard. That was it. That's all I had to eat. Not even a juice cup. Anyways, so after everything cooled down, I text all my best friends, and I'm like, I just had the baby, and everybody responded like, stop lying. What? How is that even possible? Like, stop lying. You play too much, all this other stuff. So I sent them a picture of me in the hospital, me being in the hospital, and they're like, oh my gosh, what? OMG, what? All this other stuff. And my best friend, she was like, oh my gosh, I'm on the way. So she came and she was just chilling with me, you know. I was telling her the story of what happened, and yeah, so then, you know, after you have the baby, well, I don't know if they say every hospital, but after I had the baby, they moved me to another floor. I guess the mother and baby floor is different from the labor and delivery floor at that hospital. I don't know if they say every hospital, but yeah, so they moved me to that floor, And the nurse was kind of basically just running down to me what the experience was going to be like having a baby in the NICU instead of having the baby, you know, in the room with you. And so she was explaining to me where the baby was at, why she was there, what she's going to look like, all that. So then after she gave me the rundown, they finally let me see her, me and my boyfriend. And y'all, it was so emotional. She had so many tubes in her. She was just this little. She was born at 3 pounds 3 ounces, 15.5 inches. She was so tiny. And then I just had a baby. I was pregnant. My hormones was just crazy. My eyes they just couldn't help but water up when I see my little baby like that. Whew. But yeah, she was in the NICU. She was in the hospital for 48 days after she was born. She was born July 15, 2018. Yeah. That's basically the story of my labor and delivery, guys. It was crazy, y'all. It was crazy. But if you like this video, let me know. Let me know if y'all want to know how I found out I was pregnant or anything of that nature. Any other videos, give me some suggestions. I might make them for y'all. This was pretty fun, so I don't know. Make sure y'all comment. Let me know how y'all feel about the video. I do too much. All right, y'all, but that's it. Okay, bye.